what's going on, good people? It's your boy the Husky Hokage. And as always, got my partner with me, the man, the myth, the legend. It's the dub, ladies and gentlemen.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
This is another episode of Victory Road, a gaming podcast. And this episode is gonna be full of spoilers for everyone. We both have finished and completed the main story on God of War Ragnarok, and we're here to talk about it. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, we'll go hot right into it, man. Before, how did you feel about its entirety as playing 2018 God of War and this one? Which one to you was the better? Better game or better story? Well, not story. It's still kind of. I think they all kind of tying together. But which was the better
Yes.
game?
I'm kind of biased. I think this one was better than 2018 simply because it was on PS5. Like, I like how they included different ways to cut out the load times. Like when you were traveling with Odin,
Yeah, yeah,
they used the birds. They blacked out the screen, acting like they were like that's part of like the traveling mechanic, and then your the world loaded up. Or like when you
yeah,
were
yeah,
walking through not with Sindri, but going through the little celestial place when you're going
yeah,
to like the different worlds and
yeah. I know what you mean.
Jotunheim and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
how they like you just kept walking to the door loaded up and then like, all right, your world's ready. So it's not like you didn't get really a loading screen, but the game was still loading up in the background while I was
yeah,
doing other stuff simultaneously. So I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah,
I also liked how he started off with all his weapons except like one. Like his on God of War 2018, he started off with his axe, and then he had to go get his chains. Like I gotta go get them bad boys. But on this one, he started off with them, so I kind of like the
yeah,
continuation of that because I hate on most games when like it's a sequel. You get all this shit in the last game, but for some reason you learned from this game.
yeah,
Like
yeah. I
so,
completely
you didn't think
understand.
you didn't think you was gonna need this shit again. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah, yeah,
so, I like those aspects. I was personally, I was indifferent about the different playable characters because I just wanted to whoop ass for Kratos.
I got you. I
But
got you.
I did think, like, unbiased, I think that was a good tie-in because I do think Atreus is going to get his own game later.
I can see that. I can definitely see
So
that.
I do like the kind of build up to like, hey, get you some of this, but I do hope Atreus, and this is gonna sound bad, it gets a little bit more violent if you
I
gotta give
get,
a
I
drip.
get, I get what you're saying. And I
Yeah,
get exactly
yeah,
what you're saying. You know, because it's if you play when you switch, go from Kratos to Atreus, you feel they're different. Like you know when you playing the game, you feel kind of how heavy Kratos is with his swings, his hits, stuff like that. And then when you playing with Atreus, he's more agile, more nimble. You know what I'm saying? He
hmm
strikes quick, stuff like that. So you see that or feel that when you're playing as him and things like that. His attacks are different. How they, like he shoots his bow and stuff like that. And even when he does,
and not as violent.
when he does swing at you or swing with his bow, it's like like you still it's like a
Get
like
off me!
yeah
Get off
yeah
me!
yeah yeah
Get
yeah.
off me!
You know what I'm
Like a
saying?
bad kid or something like that.
But when Kratos hits you, it's like like you know what I'm saying. You kind of feel it,
Yeah, his
but
neck might break. You know what I'm saying?
yeah
Kratos
yeah
might
he
finish you off, but like Kratos, he's just gonna step on you like go to sleep. But
yeah
Kratos like, nah, you gotta get up out of here.
yeah
So I
yeah
feel like it was like if you took out Kratos' part and just simply played with Atreus, I feel like the game could possibly scale down to a PG-13 game.
I can see that. I could
Yeah.
definitely see that. But and I agree with you. As far as both of the games, with me playing now, this is I'm admitting I finished 2018 like maybe a month before Ragnarok came out. I don't even think it was a month, maybe a little bit, maybe a few weeks, but I
It was like
finished
a week or
2018.
two.
Yeah, see, so I finished 2018. So going from 2018 to this one, playing them kind of continuously, I really enjoyed 2018, but for me, not having to wait and just playing through God of War Ragnarok like I did, man, it was an amazing game. I 2018 was good, but Ragnarok for me was the better game. I love, like you said, the fact that you start with all your weapons, and granted, you start with all your weapons, and I love the change and I love the axe, I really do. But the weapon he gets, the spear he gets, man.
Yeah,
Listen, like once I started playing with the spear, like even when I wanted to switch to something else, I would switch to something else and mess around and come right back to the spear because it was like I loved how kind of like how it was like
integrated into his
yeah, you know what I'm saying, and
like the little special moves like yo, bitch, get off me, or then like beep, beep, beep. Yeah, so
you can switch. I hit him with the spear, then come back and throw the axe or something like that, and come back to the spear and bust out the chains real quick. Like I found some combos with it or whatever case may be. But
you were playing. I didn't do all that.
If
I clicked the one, I was on that one. All time I was switching. Well, when them health balls are different colors, I need my axe for this guy. I need my chains for this guy.
Yeah.
See, I need for this guy. So
I was switch because I did one of the and that's something what kind of took me a little while to beat it, but I started doing some of the side missions. So once you get freeze, after you beat what's his name? After you beat Heimdall and you get the and like she tell you or he tell you like you got a horn. Yeah, not the horn, but it may be before, but it's like you. No, it's before. I think. Well, it's you. It's like the Brock's little lady friend or whatever her name is, Lundy, whatever her name is. She gives you a side mission. You go pick up her orb or whatever the case may be. But during that side mission, you get some armor, and the armor inflicts poison damage or whatever. When you put the armor on, it inflicts when you hit somebody with your fist or whatever. You do like a quick combo with your hands. It inflicts poison damage on that person. And I got that armor. I would purposely start off the fight with my hands, putting some work into with my hands, then switch to a weapon because of that, man. That was how I really enjoyed it. And I was told myself I wasn't gonna go. I would just go basically golden path it and stay on the story. But I found myself doing side stuff and whatever the case may be, which that lets you know it was a really good game. It had a really good story. Even like I said, some of the side stuff you got to do or get to do or have to do in this is really good as well. I plan on going back. I'm not gonna promise, but I plan on going back to platinum. I'm gonna do my best to next year. It ain't gonna be right now because I got some other stuff I got to finish, and I just started Witcher 3. But
I think I'm gonna buy that this week when I get past it because my little cousin gave me Witcher 3 for the PS4. I'm like, I don't feel like because I'm all digital now. I don't do this. Like even for my Switch, I don't buy cartridges no more. Like one of these days, I'm gonna have to catch it. I'm hoping like Mario Kart 9 or something come out soon, so I can just go and get the digital version and stuff because I'm tired of like switching out cartridges on the Switch.
Yeah.
But I plan on getting that this week, but not to get off topic. But
no, I get you.
But also storyline wise, what did you think about the story? I thought Freya and Kratos was gonna hook up because it kind of seemed like there's some chemistry there.
It hits at that, especially in the end. You know, when the Treds come up to you and be like, "Hey, Dad, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you're okay." Basically said like, "Glad you're okay." It kind of worked out, but I got some stuff I need to take care of myself, so I got to go by myself for a while. Basically, it was like I got to leave you. Like I'm about to leave, and then you see at the end of the game, like when the credits roll, after the Treds walk off. You and Fred talk or whatever, and it's like y'all having that moment, like we in this together. Like, oh, y'all in this together? Y'all together?
Exactly. So even though she don't look, she kind of up there in age like Kratos, so it's kind of like
yeah. So I would not be surprised if there is because with Sony Santa Monica they said this is a duality. It's not a trilogy, so this completes the story. Now I'm not sure where he's gonna go next, but like in the next one we may see Kratos and Freya together. Maybe if Atreus gets his spinoff game, or whatever the case, Prince of War, whatever, what I'm saying, since he ain't really whatever they go call it, but Atreus gets his game. Maybe we see cut to Kratos and Freya being together in that game or whatever the case may be. But as far as the story, man, I really enjoyed the story, man. I didn't know the twist that happens. Once again, this is a spoiler cast, so we are talking spoilers. So the twist that happens when it is revealed that that the dude, what's his name?
The Timur did shit.
I can't think.
Hold on, it's not with a T.
Yeah, when it's revealed that he basically is
Tyr. It's
when
Tyr.
Tyr is revealed to be Odin, and he stabs Brock or whatever the case may be, and I knew, but you know, when he started yelling, when he grabbed the thing and Brock grabbed it from him, like he was talking rough to him, I'm like, oh yeah, something ain't up, something wrong. I didn't think he was gonna be Odin. I thought maybe
I didn't see it come out. Like I was like, damn, why Brock tripping on that man? Like, I know
for a second, like, and then I was like, Brock, but see, Brock ain't with that bullshit. Brock, well, I'm like, okay, okay, all right, let's see what Brock talking about. Then all of a sudden, he shelved him basically, and
I was like,
yeah, you already knew. But you know what? You can kind of can see some of that through the game, like when Sindri was saying like how Brock was, what Brock and what he did to bring Brock back the first time, and like he wasn't fully complete. And then when you go and get the spear, and you see like the underwater, like the
mermaid chick,
yeah, she don't acknowledge Brock at all because he's missing a part of his soul or whatever the case may be. So she don't really bless it. Then Kratos comes and like, hey, I need the blessing from the blacksmith or whatever the case may be. So they was kind of giving Brock some flowers a little bit right there, and you got to see him basically go along on some missions, some of the missions and stuff like that. So I think they were kind of hinting through the game like, hey, this man ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it all the way through.
I ain't thinking about none of that, man. I thought everybody, my prediction. I thought Kratos was gonna die.
I did too. I thought they was gonna unalive Kratos, but
I definitely thought they was gonna unalive Kratos. But eventually, I was like, I don't see how. Like I was like, at the certain part in the game, like after you behind all that, and then like after you beat Thor, I'm like, Odin ain't gonna be able to see this man, bro. Like this man, all Zeus and all these. I was like, granted, he a little older, but it might be missing stuff. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah. I was the same way. I thought playing around, I thought we was gonna the first fight. I thought we was gonna take out I know Thor. We weren't gonna take out Thor that first fight. That second fight, I was wondering when it was coming, but I knew that second fight with Thor, we was gonna basically give him, whoop his ass, whatever the case may be. And I thought we was gonna kill him and take Mjolnir. The fact that's the accident. Ain't my letdown.
I was hoping we was gonna have a him.
It wasn't a letdown, but I really thought we was gonna get a chance to play with Mjolnir. But I kind of see why they didn't do it, because people probably already had in their mind once they figured out we was going Ragnarok and Thor was in this game that we were gonna play or think we were gonna play with Mjolnir or whatever the case may be. So, but like it's the guy that played. So I want to get into some of the characters in the game outside of Kratos and Atreus, and I love just about everybody outside of our regular crew. We got a Kratos, Atreus, my boy Freya, Mimir. I love Mimir. Brother. Every time we call him brother.
Little brother.
But
and Mimir, that chilling smell all kind of for us.
Yes, he does. From Mimir, Brock, and Sindri. But the new people we got introduced to, I love they actually got actors to play, like these parts. The guy that played Odin, I know him from several movies. I know he's in the Good Doctor show, the show The Good Doctor. He's one of the characters in that. The guy that plays Thor. The guy that plays Thor.
I love Thor.
I did too. I loved Thor, and the guy that plays Thor. Not a lot of people. I can't think his Ryan Hurst. Something Hurst. But he's been on Sons of Anarchy, and he was Bertier in Remember the Titans.
I remember you telling me that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. And he did such an amazing job, bro. I loved him as Thor. Like, I really loved, and I loved Agabota.
I can't say her name, but yeah, her. Yeah, I love her
too. She did.
It was Ryan Hurst. Ryan Hurst.
Yeah, Ryan Hurst. Yeah. The chick that played Agabota is Lena.
I looked her up too. Hold on.
It's something. She did an amazing job. Surprisingly, her grandmother. I did not know. Deborah Wilson played her grandmother. She also played in
Dillion Hayes.
yeah, and Deborah Wilson played her grandmother in that fight scene or whatever, but she plays her grandmother on the game.
Oh.
Deborah Wilson plays in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. She's the Black
She
Jedi.
damn sure do.
Yeah.
She
I remember,
damn sure do.
Yeah, I remember her from Mad TV back in the day, man. But like,
she sure. Damn, you make me feel old. I do remember that from Mad
TV, man. Like everybody in this game, all the major players in this game, they acted their ass off, man. Like they did a really good job, man, and like they made me feel like I understood how Thor, like, you know, I understood how Thor was, and like how the way he felt, like he was torn between listening to his dad of not being able to live up to what his dad wanted for him, or whatever the case, or he thought it could be, and his dad, you know, just kind of, he's still trying to prove himself, and the way he was, like, then his wife telling him, like, hey, your dad ain't no good, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna let him keep doing us like this and doing this like this, blase, blase. And Thor just like, you know, I don't know where to go. And, you know, you see him at the end, like, figure that out and turn on him, or, you know, not turn on, basically like, yo, dad, I ain't doing this shit no more. Yeah, like, I ain't doing this no more. Like, I ain't this it. My wife was right. I ain't doing this no more. And Odin was like, you know what? All right, bet. Take your ass out too. Like, Odin didn't care.
I was hurt by that. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was really fucking with Thor as a character. I ain't gonna lie, any type of raunchy, low vocabulary, high cussing type of character.
Bruh.
9 times out of 10, I'm fucking with him.
I love the fact that we got, like, you know, it wasn't like we got actual Thor, sloppy, drunk mess, hair, belly, got the weight, like he wasn't no, like, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't like the MCU
Rudy
or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought we was gonna get this Thor. I thought he was gonna be a pretty boy. I thought he was gonna be real pretty, like Chris Hemsworth. I thought he was gonna look something. I thought we were gonna get something like that, but like to see him just like regular, like a real Viking would be.
That was
saying the other Thor wouldn't be, but back in the day, that was more so viewed as what a manly man.
Yeah. It was. So I know we talked about it, and I said it before. Like, one of my favorite fight in this game is probably the fight with Heimdall. Just because, and the reason being is because I could not stand Heimdall, and that's a good thing. They let you know. Dude was a good actor, and that's the dude that played. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you ever seen Friday Night Lights, the TV show, but that's who. Okay, well, he played on that. He was the quarterback that got hurt in that one, and he played in some other stuff, but dude did an amazing job, bro. I could not stand Heimdall from the beginning, from the time we met him to the time Kratos, because Kratos was whooped his ass and was about to let him live, and like, and he wouldn't walk away. So you like,
he said, nah, bro, you're not gonna decide my fate. You gonna have to kill me. Kind of like Mr. B said, y'all gonna have to kill me in this motherfucking courtroom.
That's basically what happened. But that was my favorite fight, man. So what was your favorite fight?
My favorite fight probably was the one with Thor. Because like I said, I'm very Thor heavy. I'm very Thor biased, just because just like the conversation that was ensuing, like with the fight. And like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I guess you could say I'm a Thor stan. I was really fucking with this version of Thor. So like anything Thor, like even when I was playing with Prez and Thor was coming along, and like Thor just grabbed his ass and just jump up. Like, like that. Let me clarify. The second Thor fight was my favorite one.
Now I will say that the second the Thor fights, you can put them together. The Thor fights were probably my second favorites. Just the fact, the interaction, especially that first fight where you think you're going into you gonna wake up and fight me. When you think he basically killed you, and he didn't, and you think you're going into a loading screen or whatever, and he's like, nah, bro. You ain't dead, and he hit you with the hammer and shock you and bring you back to life. I was like, oh shit. Like, I knew at that moment, I'm playing the game, I'm sitting there like, damn, I gotta start over again. And then all you hear is voice in the background, like, no, that ain't it. I'm like, oh shit. And he bring you back. Bro, I had to pause the game there. I was like, I was the same way. I had to hit that spawn rage mode on. Like, all right. I paused the game. Let me sleep. Like, oh shit. Like, this some okay. I was hyped after that. So, man, that like I said, this was such an amazing game. trying to think what
And by the way, it won 6 awards. It won
It
6
did.
awards at the game.
It did.
Let me see.
It did.
Let me see. Pull up exactly what 6 awards it was because I think I took all of them down because I was low key surprised it didn't win game of the year. But then again, like I said, what it lost against, I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I told you the only reason I thought it didn't win game of the year is because Elden Ring was multi-platform and it was more people got to play it. Like if people, you know what I'm saying? No, granted, a lot of people got PlayStation.
People played it longer.
Yeah, and that's another thing. More people got to play it, and people played it longer. They did repeats because I know you yourself. You played, so you beat Elden Ring 4 times. So that right there alone, I think that's what gave Elden Ring the nudge over God of War. Like I said, for me, I didn't play Elden Ring. God of War is my game of the year.
I think they recommend you beat Elden Ring around like level 120. I'm like level 400 or something.
See.
And I think like the max is like 7 something. Like then like the awards that God of War won is best narrative, best audio design, best scoring music. This one surprised me because I'm gonna watch word I say, but it's innovation and accessibility.
Innovation and accessibility in God of War.
Yeah, so like anybody like special needs or
they did some stuff.
They
added some stuff for that. Yeah, that is.
Yeah. And then best action adventure, I think I missed. Oh, and best performer was Christopher Judge.
Oh yeah. The man got up there and he told a story up there for me because I watched it. He was up there for about a good 10-15 minutes talking, but yeah, he as he should have. The man did an amazing performance as Kratos. I want to talk about that real quick. Just you see Kratos go. You see how, for me, playing through the first one, you see how he goes from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, being like he's mature. He's seen like he grows a little bit. Like you see he's open more to Atreus kind of doing his own thing, or Atreus, he realizes Atreus has to let loose of Atreus a little bit. And then you see in this game where he starts doing that, but then Atreus starts doing what he's doing as far as going, disappearing or whatever the case may be. And even though he doesn't want to, he still wants to hold on to him for dear life. And I understand because he tells about it in the game where he's talking to Freya, like he's lost a child before, like he's lost his daughter, his wife. So you know what I'm saying? He tells her about it. So he has right that he wants to hold on to that man for dear life, so nothing happens to him. But you see, as he progressively goes through the game, he trusts him more. At the end of the game, he trusts him. He allows him to basically, like I said, Atreus ends up leaving or is going to leave or whatever, and he allows him to do that without hesitation. Like he knows he's going to be all right or whatever the case may be. So you see him grow through both games, man, and it's an amazing story.
And I think it's a good, it's kind of like a nudge to his acting skills because like T.C. Carson, the original Kratos voice actor, I never thought I'd hear a different Kratos. So like to be able to get him to come in and give a more mature, age sounding type of voice to a Kratos, and actually still like it doesn't miss a beat. It's like the T.C. Carson gave you that aggressive young Kratos. So like anytime you think of the original God of War, you can't help think about that. But like this one, it like not even sound corny, but it kind of like a age like fine wine.
Yeah. Like, I get you. I get what you're saying.
Fit directly in my opinion.
And I completely agree with you. T.C. Carson did an amazing job as a young Kratos, but like you said, Christopher Judge was the right voice for older, more war tattered or war beaten Kratos in his age that he is now, in this different realm or whatever the case may be. Man, he does an amazing job, bro. But like the award was well deserved. And like I said, this game, like it's definitely is a game of the year contender, and it was when they released it, when they knew it was going to get released. Like everybody knew this game was going to be up for game of the year regardless. And like I said, the story, everything on this game was top tier for me. Like, so we're gonna kind of give it a quick rating or whatever the case may be. I personally don't like the number ratings, but I'm gonna do we could do like a letter, or I don't even do letter. I'll go with, for me, I this is a if you like action adventure games, if you want a good story, you want to be able to like take out some rage on some folks and beat some folks up and all that other stuff, and have a good story. And this game is a must play, especially if you got a PlayStation, you in or Sony, whatever, you PS4, PS5 right now. Whatever, if you got a PlayStation, you should be playing God of War or have played God of War Ragnarok, man, because this game is phenomenal. It completes a good story. Definitely get this game. It's like I said, 10 out of 10. Play it again. You play this game if you haven't already, man. So I can definitely give it an A, a 10, whatever you want to put on it. To quantify helps you quantify it. It's definitely a must play.
Yes. My only drawback, I ain't get the chance to see Kratos go Spartan mode on Freya. That's the only thing I was missing. I did Spartan Rage mode on that girl Freya. She seemed like she needed it for a long time. But only knock I really know, I did know some frame rate drops or like when you died and like it was on with Freya and Freya had dropped to your side. It was a slight lag when she was trying to get to your side and it hit the game mode screen.
Yeah.
But and I'm not gonna do a number rating just because I'm kind of biased. I'm easy to please. I'm a very casual gamer, so it doesn't take much for me. Like, oh yeah, this is a great game, 10 out of 10. So I think I go with a letter from A to F, and I definitely give it an A. I'm not gonna do plus minus and all the other shit.
Yeah.
It's an A. Great storyline. You can finish it on your own time. It can be anywhere from 60 hours apparently, or just 20. So it works in for like people like me and Marcus. He's a dad, a husband, gamer. I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
Working how many hours a week? So you can fit it into your schedule at your own time. And like I said, your experience will vary from ours. Because like if you want to play all the side quests, cool. I was like, I needed her to finish this fucking game so we can do our review on it. So
yeah.
So I was actually surprised Marcus actually finished before me. But like I said, I give it an A. It was a great game, great experience. I actually thought about go back and doing some of the side quests now that I kind of caught up. So yeah, I definitely give it an A.
That's what's up. Well, people, that is our spoiler review of God of War Ragnarok. Like we both said, if you got a PlayStation, go play this game, man. Enjoy this story, especially if you played 2018. If you wait for it to go on sale, I understand. I'm usually like that as well. But bruh, go ahead and get this game. Knock it out.
Fuck that. Support these gaming studios so they keep making great games, bro.
Hey, support these
Quit
developers.
Looking for a deal. Get it now. Get it now. Get it why it's $70. It's $70.
You heard what the dub said. And see, normally I don't pre-order games. I pre-order the collector's edition. I got the hammer and everything. It's in the room right now. So
he beat me to it. When he pre-ordered, I said, "Oh shit, let me quit playing. Go pre-order to get this game."
See, I spent almost $200 just on the pre-order and stuff alone. So like, hey, so I can't say nothing. I spent money on this game. So I can't. I'm not. It was definitely worth it, man. This game was amazing. And like I said, the collector's edition comes with the actual like the hammer, and it's not like cheaply made. Like it's a like you can hit somebody with it. It's gonna hurt when you hit somebody with it. So, but that's it for us as of right now. Definitely look out. We're gonna be doing also a review for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We'll be back to y'all will be look out for that. But as for us here at Victory Road, like I said, that is it. And remember, all games lead to Victory Road. Y'all take it easy.